Hi there, this is Anne, or Anne as they say in Dutch, and I'm here with day 24 of my Advent calendar project. I cannot believe that we are December 24th right now, and that I made 24 videos and tasted 24 chocolates, or rather actually 23, because I still have the last houses to open up. So let's do that right away, because I only have a couple of minutes to make this video, as I'll be heading out to my parents to celebrate Christmas together. So I'm gonna put the chocolate aside and I'm gonna open the last house of this year's Advent calendar project. So let's see what tip, tool, or insight we have for December 24. Well, it says, take some rest. And this is such a beautiful, short but beautiful reminder to take some rest. Either micro moments of rest in between the activities that you might have scheduled for the next days and weeks, or taking some bigger chunks of time to actually rest. And also to sink into that rest and rest guilt-free, without worrying about all the things that you should and could be doing, without worrying about what other people might be thinking, without telling yourself you're being unproductive, and all that kind of stuff. Because I know that resting, especially for driven, hardworking people, the kind of people that I love working with, taking some rest is something that they rationally know, but to apply this in practice, that's a big challenge. And it's way too big of a challenge to really tackle in this short video right now. This is more of a reminder to take some rest. And there's two things that are important when it comes to taking rest. On the one hand, it is really taking time and making time to rest. And it can be 5 minutes here and there during your day, during meetings, not during meetings, but in between meetings, in between tasks, taking these micro moments of rest. And it can be just getting up from your chair and just walking around in your living room, and maybe moving your body a little, doing a little dance to your favorite song, taking a bit of rest, refueling and recharging. It can be taking a nap and like lounging on the couch for 20 minutes. And you can really set your timer to make sure that you are not going longer than the 20 minutes. So your brain can rest assured that you will not be on the couch for 1 hour. And then, so that is you making time and really taking the time to rest. And then it's all about sinking into that rest and really resting, feeling guilt-free, not feeling guilty about lounging on the couch or about taking 5 minutes to move your body in between meetings. So it's really being all in and being present with the resting, and not thinking about all the things that you could be doing, or all the things that you should be doing, or all the things that people might be thinking, or what you are thinking about how unproductive you are being, all that kind of stuff. Because I know that is what's going on in the minds and the brains when we are resting and we are not in the habit of resting. These are the kind of things that are popping up. We tell ourselves that we should be doing something, that we're being unproductive. But actually taking these moments of rest, the micro moments and the bigger moments, and I went from 5 minutes to 20 minutes, but there's also bigger moments of rest where you take a day or a couple of days out of your calendar to really rest and recharge and refuel. And then you don't fill it up with all kinds of activities that will then drain your body, brain, and nervous system. You want to fill it up with things that refuel and recharge you. And that is very individual. Like what's working for you might not be working for me and not be working for somebody else, and what might be working for you today and what might feel restful for you today might not feel restful tomorrow. And so it's really checking in with yourself and then allowing you to do the things during those rest days, allowing you to do the things that feel restful, and to not force yourself into doing all kinds of other things. What sometimes happens is like, hey, I'm going to take a time to rest, and then this to-do pops up and that task pops up, and oh, now it's time to do this thing that I've been putting to the back burner, like a chore, for example, that I've been putting to the back burner. And that's what people report back, that the rest day actually was filled up with all kinds of to-dos where they didn't have time to do before, and now the rest day was this space in their calendar where they could do the to-dos. But of course, and that's not really resting, that's also doing work. And rest day is really doing things like having a play date with yourself, or being on the couch and taking some actual rest, taking a nap, going out for a walk, doing things that really are restful, that recharge you and refuel you. And that is not a waste of time. That is not being unproductive. That is actually really being productive. And science and studies really show that taking these micro moments and these bigger moments of time, like bigger chunks of time for yourself to rest and refuel and recharge, is really important to be more focused, to be more energized, and when you are working, to be more productive as you're working, because your brain is more rested, gets to be more resourceful, more creative, you find solutions easier, you reach out to people easier, there's less resistance to get started on tasks. And it's the other way around. When we are feeling tired and exhausted and not rested, and we have overtaxed our body, brain, and nervous system, then even the small, simple things all of a sudden become big, difficult things. The small decisions that we would otherwise take like in a like with a snap of a finger, all of a sudden we start doubting and going back and forth on it. And so even the simple things then become more of a challenge to do, and we'll be more distracted, less focused, less resourceful, less creative. We will be ruminating more whenever we are in this state of being physically, mentally, emotionally exhausted, when we have been taxing and overtaxing our body, brain, and nervous system without taking these micro moments of rest and these bigger chunks of time to rest. So that is something that you can remind yourself of when you say like, hey, I'm going to take 20 minutes for a nap, to really be on that couch unapologetically and really sink into that nap. Now, if you have questions on the topic of rest, it's a really important one, and I can imagine that you might have some questions, or maybe you've tried to rest and bumped into some challenges. Don't hesitate to leave a comment or to send me a message. My email is in the description box below. All right, so that is what I wanted to share for rest. It's a big topic. I could be talking about it for days, actually, on how to navigate all the yes buts that come up when we want to take rest, all the reasons why we are not foreseeing that time in our calendar to have a rest day or have these rest moments, even just 5 minutes, and how to overcome all these yes buts that stop us from doing that, and also how to do the rest when we have foreseen time in our calendar, how to protect it and not fill it up with other things, and when we really are resting, to be all in on the resting and to not be thinking about all the things that we could be doing, because then we are physically maybe on the couch, but mentally we are actually at work, doing work and thinking about all our to-dos or that project or the issue that we want to solve, etc. And so there's also plenty of ways to really dive into that rest and rest guilt-free, so that you can have all the value and experience all the value that resting and real resting can bring. All right, so that's it for the tip for today. I'm gonna open up the last house of my chocolate advent calendar. It's really crazy. I cannot believe that it is already the 24th day and the last day that I'll be doing this for this year. So I'm opening up the box, and I'm really curious to see what the last chocolate is gonna taste like. Oh, it is a colorful one. It's a green yellow one. I'm gonna show it to you. Gorgeous, right? And there's some white chocolate underneath. So I'm gonna give it a taste test. This is a fruity one. It's as if I'm really eating an orange. Such a pure orange taste. No, there's no orange smell, but it's really yummy. And there's something underneath, I don't know what that is. I would say yeah, orange, something in the world of oranges, or maybe lemon, or a combination of both, but I would say orange. That would be my guess for today. I'll look it up and I drop it here. And with that, I am wrapping up this year's advent calendar project or experiment. I had so much fun doing this, way more fun than I thought I would have. I applied my principle of being loosely consistent while making these videos, and I also was intentionally imperfect, playfully imperfect when doing these videos, and I have to say that worked really, really well. I had some catch-up moments, and if I would have wanted to make this perfect streak of one video every day, then I would not have been here on the day 24th. I would have given up already by now. And the other thing is, by doing this intentionally imperfect, I also saved lots of time. I made this video and boom, that was it. Instead of doing it like 15 times all over again and then having to spend 15 times the time of the video because I rewatched it, didn't like it, and then boom, I did it all over again. And so coming at it from this perspective of perfection, it would have taken me way more time than it now actually did. So it was really fun to do, and I also loved the way that the way in which I approached doing this advent calendar. And I love the chocolates. It was so fun to do, even when not getting it right. It still was so fun to do because then I got to uncover what the actual ingredients were. So all in all, I really, really loved it. I hope that you enjoyed it too, and that I gave you some tips, tools, and insights that you can apply, or maybe that you have been applying over the past few days and weeks. And so maybe tips, tools, and insights that you will be applying over the next days, weeks, and months as well. All right, with all that, I am wishing you a very Merry Christmas. And how did I say a couple of days ago? I called it joy-inducingly imperfect Christmas. I was looking for the right word. So I'm wishing you a joy-inducingly imperfect Christmas. If you're wondering what that's all about, I'll look up the video and link it here. All right, with all that being said, I'm wishing you a very Merry Christmas. If you're not celebrating, I wish you an amazing day, and see you in one of my other videos. I guess I will be doing more of this video making thing, and so I'll see you in one of the other videos that I will be making. I also, by the way, have a creative project coming up next year that I want to be documenting vlog style. So that's another experiment that I will be doing over the next weeks, months, and even more than a year, because a project is going to take more than a year. But that's for a different video. I'm going to explain it all in a different video. For now, wishing you an amazing day, Merry Christmas, and see you in one of my next videos. Bye.